Drew and Stu are on the air.
Ready?
Whether you're fading with Drew or riding with Cam, this is the place to get your weekly NFL picks.
Everything you got, let's go.
Hello and welcome to the Drew and Stu podcast. I'm Drew Livingstone. That's Cam Stewart. Cam, welcome back. It's been 2 weeks off. It feels like a long time.
Sure does.
First off,
I miss you.
First off, all the questions and comments, Cam, are, I hope Cam's okay. I hope the procedure went well. Cam, do you have an update for everybody? Is it?
Oh yeah, no
too
problem.
personal,
No cancer, no lesions. Yeah, it was kind of a weird position. I didn't know anything about it. Like I saw people afterwards when I walked in, they weren't screaming or anything like that. So I go, this is good. And I'm talking to the guy about sports. Next thing you know, I'm kind of like, whoa, I'm getting jabbed in the nether regions. And the crazy thing is, Drew, they had a camera. He goes, most people close their eyes. I go, well, if I've gone this far, I want to see it. So it had a camera of all my insides and down there. It was actually, dude, it was like kind of like an acid trip or something. I was like,
I feel
whoa!
like I might get nauseous if I was watching.
That's the thing. It was going like, because it's a camera. It's like kind of like going like a fast roller coaster through your like inside. But you know what? I'm glad that I saw it because it was kind of like, when am I ever going to get to see something this like it was wild.
It would be scary though to be watching and then they're like, oh yeah, there's
there's a lump,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then I go, yeah. Then I close my eyes and proceed exit with Kane. No, it's good, Drew. You got it. For everybody out there, you know, I'm getting older now. I'm turning 50. You got to take care. Like I got a lot of these things are. I'm actually really healthy, Drew. You've seen me. I've lost a lot of weight. I used to be like real big. Like I used to be a lot bigger, but this is what happens when you get older. All these complications. Diabetes doesn't help the stuff. So I would warn you guys, if you're pre-diabetic, lay off the Coca-Colas and Pepsi and beers like me. I used to crush cases of beer.
Everybody can. A helpful tip is get your blood at least checked once a year.
Blood work's very important. It can. That's how I found out because I was feeling sick. I was like getting dizzy and like going to the bathroom all the time. That's how they found out my like not even pre-diabetes. I was full there. But anyway, Drew, what can I say? I miss you. I feel like it's been a year. Like we haven't talked in a while. And like, man, this is crazy. Like the combines happen in the NFL. We got playoff hockey almost coming up. Like wild stuff, man. This is actually probably for sports betting and guys who actually love this stuff. This is the best time of the year. The Masters for me is approaching. NCAA conference tournaments, playoff. I love this March, April zone. This is one of my favorites actually. Yeah, next to the start of football.
Yeah. I would say like October is probably my favorite. Start of hockey, start of basketball, baseball playoffs, football.
This is up there though.
I'd say, but March Madness with the Masters and then hockey playoffs and stuff coming up. That's perfect.
It is.
But Cam, let's get into the NFL news of the week to start off. First thing, Devontae Adams released and believed to be headed west because the pull to the west is too strong. So Cam, that leaves 7 teams? Like, where do you think you could end up back in Vegas? I feel like it's possible.
It is possible, but we'll get to the things that are going on with Aaron Rodgers, I guess, a little bit later. But can you believe this organization? Like, how bad did the Jets screw up? Like, you gave up a 3rd round draft pick for this guy, and then you release him. Like, no offense. There's a lot of great players that have been drafted in the 3rd round. You know what I mean?
You know what? I would have honestly hung on to him. You don't want to play for us?
I agree. I agree. Like you're giving away a guy. Like you can say what you want about Adams. He's still got a couple good years left in him, don't you think?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with the right quarterback, the right offensive line, time for patterns to develop. Like this is the thing that you're absolutely right, Drew. It's like, so you're just releasing an asset. Well, I don't think that's really smart. But anyway, we'll see. This team's a train wreck. I don't know what they're going to do.
So that the next point of news is Tyrod Taylor believed to be the New York Jets Week 1 starter for 2025. I mean, right off the bat there, you're like, okay, I guess you're mailing it in again.
I got to be honest. I think he's better than Aaron Rodgers at this point in his career. No, just let me finish. You're right. Tyrod Taylor is not a starting quarterback in the NFL or bottom end starter.
He's serviceable.
That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Serviceable, a gamer, a guy that will move sticks, but he won't. If the Titans
had Tyrod Taylor, they win 5 more games last year.
Yes, if that's a little bit, maybe 3 or you know what?
I don't know, Cam. It might have been a lot.
Actually, you're right. The way Will Levis and Rudolph screwed that team up, you're right. But the bottom line is this, Drew. I'll ask you this: is he better than Rodgers? No, not throwing the ball. But Aaron Rodgers is older now. He can't escape sacks. Tyrod Taylor does one thing well: he still has legs, and that is very, very important.
And he never throws picks.
Thank you. Great. You know him from the Buffalo days, but is he a starter that's going to move the needle? No. So what do? You start Tyrod Taylor, you draft a quarterback. Pretty simple. You have to. You can't win.
If I'm the Jets, Cam, like I don't want to force a QB pick just because we need one. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna wait till next year.
We'll talk about this quarterback draft class is kind of like
trash. It's trash. Be honest. It's
actually, I have a guy that I pray falls to Seattle, but he's not going to be there. I like Jackson Dart. I've told you that a million times.
Oh, I thought you would like the Canadian kid from Waterloo. What's his name?
Who?
He's got the hose. He's supposed to go in the 6th or 7th round.
Rourke's from Oakville, right? Nathan Rourke. He's from Oakville.
Yeah, but he's not getting drafted.
Isn't his brother going to get drafted? No, one's playing for the BC Lions. His brother, who played at Indiana, is going to be a late round.
Yeah, but the Waterloo, anyways, the Waterloo quarterback or Laurier quarterback is going in the draft this year, Cam. He's supposed to be good. All right, next one. Najee Harris to test free agency. The Steelers are going to let him go. They don't want to pay him the $9-10 million. Where does he end up? The Raiders are believed to be
the favorites
to land him.
I think Najee Harris, you want to talk about washed? I think this guy's one of the worst running backs going. He has no first step. He might be like, you know what he is, Drew? Let's call it out for what it is. Is he a goal line back, a guy that can plow in from one? He doesn't even do that as good as he should do.
I think Jalen Warren's better, so I think Pittsburgh's making the right call.
I agree.
But I think Najee Harris is still mid-level.
He's an NFL player. Do you consider him a good running back? No. Back end. He's not top 20. No way.
I'm trying to think who I would take him over that's currently starting in the league.
Who would you rather have, Nick Chubb or him?
Oh, that's
Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
Okay, Tony Pollard or him? I'd have Tony Pollard.
I might lean Harris.
See, so he's in he's in the 18 to 22 type of range, correct?
Even worse, probably.
Man, yeah. Him or Charbonnet on Seattle?
Harris.
There you go. And Charbonnet's a backup to Walker. So he's 20s. He's mid-20s, right?
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Sam Darnold will not be tagged by the Vikings. They announced they're going to try and renegotiate an extension with him, but they're not guaranteed. Cam, if you're the Vikings, do you go after Aaron Rodgers? Do you go after Sam Darnold, try and keep him there? Do you just let McCarthy run it without a backup? What do you think you do if you're the Vikings here?
I think you need a backup because we haven't seen J.J. McCarthy. I think he'll be okay due to his athleticism. People knock McCarthy, but the thing that I look for is intangibles. He won a national championship with Michigan. He's a tough kid. He played hockey too. He's just one of those guys that I think will battle and grind. It's not going to be perfect, but the way Darnold ended his career in Minnesota, Drew, it's something it's just one of those guys, like, despite it being great, it just left a sour taste in your mouth at the end.
I think they might bring him back, though, for cheap, though.
I kind of thinking, but the thing is, there's other teams that are talking about him. He's actually, Sam Darnold has leverage.
He might get like $45 million.
I'm telling you, man, being a quarterback in this league with any type, like, I almost wish this was the broadcasting industry and they get an old washed up, guy like me, like a guy hanging out there and go, oh, you're going to pay this, but because he's got experience, he's done shows and stuff. It's like, you're an old quarterback, Drew. It's good news for you. Because the quarterbacks that are coming out are so bad that you need these guys.
Did you see Brock Purdy's camp? Apparently he's upset with a $45 million offer from San Fran.
Come on, dude. You're a 7th round draft pick.
$45 million offer. I was like, Josh Allen makes 46. Like, what do you expect?
I'm with you, Drew. And the problem is, though, and we've created this market, and sports in the NFL is every quarterback that gets re-upped is just going to be the new higher paid guy. There's nobody that gets less. It's true. It's not like a real job with, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, hey, you're happy to have a job. Like, it's in, like, NFL's like inflation. Like, they just get paid more and more and more and more. Like,
would you pay him a Joe Burrow type deal, like $55
million?
No,
I would not pay him a Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is 100 times better than Brock Purdy.
Okay, would you pay him? So Kirk Cousins makes 45. Deshaun Watson makes 46.
Yes, yes.
Kyler Murray makes 46. Jared Goff makes 53.
Who's better, Purdy or Kyler Murray? What?
Purdy.
Barely.
Easy. Kyler Murray can't throw from the pocket, Cam.
He
can't
move.
See anything.
Yeah, Seahawks releasing. We got breaking news. Seahawks releasing Tyler Lockett after 10 years. No, good move for the team, but sad for me.
Yeah, that means they're not going to be trading Metcalf, I don't think either.
First of all, this is what we're talking about.
Okay, Cam, Tua signed last summer for 53. Is Tua better than Purdy, or is Purdy better than Tua?
Wow, that is a question. I would say
I think I'd rather Purdy.
What I didn't like from Purdy, though, was like some of his throws just were so
O-line
loose.
was so trash, though.
It's a good point.
When Williams was in, he was good.
You're right, Drew. You know what thing about Purdy is when protected, I agree. You're right. I'm not Tua. Like I worry about.
He's not a game breaker, but at the same time, if Jared Goff and Tua are getting $53 million, I kind of see his point.
Purdy's a hell of a lot better than Sam Darnold.
Yeah, and Sam Darnold's probably going to get 45 from somebody.
So I don't know, though. It's one of these things, though. Purdy had kind of a down year, so it's kind of like, I know what you want. I think you kind of have a number, and you take a little bit. Like, don't get too greedy.
Like, take 50. If they give you 50, take 50.
I agree with that, Drew. That's a really good, that's a good assessment.
Dak Prescott signed for 60. I think I'm like
Prescott's dealt with a lot of trash too with that team, though.
He also hasn't performed.
No, you're right. But look at his receivers. CeeDee Lamb and who?
Who? Yeah. Look at Josh Allen's receivers. It doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't matter. The quarterback matters more. Look what Brady dealt with all his years in New England. Receivers don't matter all the time. All right, Saquon given a 3-year extension with 2 years still left on his current deal. He's going to be paid $20 million per season for 3 years after the next 2, which will take him till he's 32 years old. Cam, I know people say like, "Oh, Howie's so nice. He rewards his guys and all this stuff. This is why people want to play in Philly." But you can't be paying a 30-year-old running back $20 million. I don't care, Cam.
I don't mind it. I'm sorry, Drew. And I respect your opinion.
He still has 2 years left on the deal you just gave him.
I know. But you also won a friggin' Super Bowl. He was part of, even though the Super Bowl was not his best game, the games that he had getting to the Super Bowl, you reward people with the pinnacle, and I got no problem with it. And the thing about the Eagles is they get ahead of it. I know you don't want to pay a running back that much, but Saquon Barkley, you keep him happy, Drew. It's almost like a domino effect with the rest of the team. Look at the young players they got. Look at the way they drafted Cooper DeJean and all these other guys. They're a very, very smart football team.
I hope you're ready to play Devontae Smith $30 million a year then.
I get it, Drew. But the thing is, when you win that Super Bowl, I think you can do things like that. Like how important? Like think about the Eagles. They had no running game before, and that was the reason they didn't beat the Chiefs the first time in the first Super Bowl.
Fair.
And now
I see what you're saying. It's just I don't like rushing it. Like it doesn't make sense. You could have done it.
I actually think it's proactive. Like Drew, when say me and you are business owners, and we have a guy like you work for Steve, okay? Say Steve was in his rookie year, and you knew this guy. A lot of people are going to watch his stuff, and we can get him and pay him the money. You lock up people that you think can do the job. And I'm sorry, and their capologists can work out some other things, man. Like
just extending a guy that's early Cam is so weird to me. I mean, you're right. It's nice.
I have a different approach to it. I think getting in front of it's actually the right way to do instead of. You know what I hate? When teams break down, when they have negotiations where they're nickel and dime. Like look at the Bengals, for example.
Okay, so that's my next point. Tee Higgins franchise tag for $26 million.
He's gone after this year.
Now Jamar Chase apparently wants 40 to 45. You're already paying Burrow $55 million. You're going to have 130 plus million locked up in 2 receivers and a quarterback. Your defense was the problem last year, not your offense.
It's true.
And you're going to spend almost $70 million on 2 receivers.
The bottom line is too, the Bengals did this to themselves.
Yeah.
They could have, see, to my point, you could have got in front of this. Now you're putting a great receiver on, you know what? Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco talked about it and stuff. When you put a player and you put him in that position on a franchise tag, you know what he'll do? Because Tee Higgins is good. He'll play. But I'll tell you what.
Business decisions.
And know what it is? After he says, thanks for the year. I'm gone. I don't care, whatever. Sayonara. See you later. Because when you put a star player on a franchise tag, it's a personal slight. You're trying to save money. You're trying to do all this other stuff. And you're fucking this guy that has given you. How many good years has Tee Higgins given the Bengals?
5.
You're damn fucking right he has. And I'll know.
And Cam and Chase last year was like, please, I just want $1 more than JJ. That's it. Yes. $1 more. And they're like, nah, you can play out your 5th-year option. Now he's like, okay, now I want $5 million more than JJ.
To my point.
Yeah.
You actually argued my argument in a way, but I understand where you're coming from. But the Bengals, opposite to the Eagles, this was a team going somewhere. They were actually a team that matched up against the Chiefs. Now you're fucking around with this thing because you're screwing around your play. And you know what the thing is? Once the player has leverage on you and go, oh, okay, business rich guy, you're doing this to me. Now I got you by the balls. What are you going to do about it? That's the whole thing. You don't want to screw guys like that. The Bengals got problems, man. Like I don't know what they're going to do defensively.
Yeah, and my thing is like, Cam, you're gonna piss off Jamar Chase now. Like,
I feel kind of like no. Sorry, feel bad. These guys feel bad. Burrow's in a situation too where he's
like,
trying.
If you're Chase, you don't play. You sit out in this year now, right? It's your last year of your rookie deal. Like, I'm not playing until you extend me.
You're right. And the thing is, I don't like when guys do that, but they've kind of made their own bed with bad decisions.
100%.
You know what? And eventually, when they lose those games, that's the thing. He'll miss a few games. Bengals will come out of the gate. First of all, Drew, they always come out of the gate cold.
Always slow.
Yeah, always slow. They're like my horse in the horse race. He trips out of the gate, and then at the end, he's almost there, but just can't make it. But do you not agree though, Drew? So your Bengals management, what do? You have to draft almost like you have to knock this draft out of the park with defensive players.
I wouldn't have taken Higgins. I would have let him walk, first of all, because I'm just like, I don't want to spend $70 million on 2 receivers. I'll give Chase whatever the hell he wants.
And now you put Higgins on a franchise. Players hate being franchise tagged.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they hate it. Me and
Second
Gabe,
straight year, they've done it to him, too.
We've talked to guys in the NFL about franchise tags, like when not going to mention names, like they want to kill people when they get franchise tagged. Trust me.
Yeah, because they have no more leverage, no control of their own body, no control of their own contract.
You got it.
All right, last thing before we move on, Cam. The Giants are apparently pursuing heavily the number 1 pick and are the favorite to pick number 1 overall in the hopes of landing Cam Ward. If you're the Titans, do you take a quarterback or do you trade back to number 3, take the bevy of picks and just load up for next year or sign a free agent? I kind of like the idea of just trading back because I don't like Cam Ward, honestly. I mean, I like him, but like, is Cam Ward fixing the Giants?
Well,
what do you think?
They have Malik Neighbors. They have really good young receivers that were not being able to shine because of the situation that.
What about if the Giants get Aaron Rodgers? Do you still drafting Cam Ward at number 1?
But Aaron Rodgers is only there. He's a temporary solution to the problem.
Yeah. I'm saying, if you're Dable or Sheen, you probably have 1 year left on your contract. Are you riding that with a rookie quarterback, or are you going to ride that with Aaron Rodgers?
For them, they'll probably want to ride it with Aaron Rodgers and hope for the best. And don't worry, those guys, Drew, you know them very well. They'll screw it up, no matter what they do. What do you do if you're Tennessee? To me, they have so many needs. They need a quarterback. If Cam Ward's available, you know what? Draft Cam Ward at 1. Just start it. Like, you've already done this. You can move down and build your team. Okay. Or if somebody wants your pick and they knock your socks off, you trade down. But the thing,
that's what I'm saying. If the Giants at 3 give you number 3 plus, let's say, next year's first and a bunch of shit, like, I think you do it, because then if you want Sanders that bad, you take him, or you just keep trading back and loading up, or you still get the best pass rusher in the draft at 3 possibly, because someone might trade up for a quarterback at 2. I don't know.
DK Metcalf wants out. Oh, geez. What is happening during this show? My Seahawks helmet's attracting very bad vibes right now.
He's jealous of Njigba getting all the targets.
Let him go then. I don't want guys that want to be there. I think it sucks because he's a wicked receiver. He's great in, like, Drew, he can box guys out in the end zone, but Smith-Njigba's the guy.
He doesn't get used enough. I agree. Like Metcalf, I've seen, he's like, oh, why does he have no targets in the first half? And then the second half, oh, now he's got 10 targets.
It's not all his fault.
Use him in the first half.
Like Metcalf, okay, there's pros and cons, and we'll move forward. But as a Seahawks fan, I'll tell you, I agree with Metcalf and you. He doesn't get enough targets, and he's open a lot of the time. What I will say about DK Metcalf is he costs them games when he snaps at the referee and his offensive holding. He does so many stupid things. Like
he takes a lot of plays off, too. You can tell, look on his body language, like, oh, they're running the football because he's just standing there like that.
He's a diva, like all these other guys. He's a diva, right? But the thing about Metcalf is when he's that's another thing about the Seahawks that pissed me off with Grubb, their offensive coordinator. Every time they give Metcalf a catch early, he'd go bananas in the game.
Yeah. He's like, I'm involved now.
If he's involved in the second quarter, he's got no targets. He's sleeping. Like, you got to feed the divas, unfortunately.
Yeah. And like, are you confident in Geno moving forward as Seahawks?
I like Geno, but a lot of people are like, I don't know. You know what the thing about Seattle is? You got to sign him just to a smaller deal, play it out, and have a future plan, because obviously Howell, we don't know much about him, but when he came in, this guy's not ready to be a starting quarterback in the NFL.
No, but the Seahawks apparently are looking to draft a quarterback in this draft, and I was like, it seems like a forced pick if you take one in the first or second round.
If they get Jackson Dart, I'm fine with it. Also, another guy.
Yeah, late. You don't take him in the first 2 rounds.
Oh, he'll be drafted in the first round, guaranteed.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, no, we'll make a number for him, over under, and we'll make a bet. But we'll come up with a number. We have to think about it like moving forward when everything kind of plays out, because there's going to be more NFL shit going on for sure.
And last thing, Christian Kirk has been released by the Jacksonville Jaguars. He is neighbors and best friends with Josh Allen. He was seen yesterday with him at a golf event. Rumor is
pick him up.
Josh is going to pick him up and bring him to Buffalo on a cheap deal. Do you like that move? It's Kirk, Shakir, and Coleman. I feel like that's a decent trio.
I agree. I know the thing about Shakir is he's more than a possession receiver. He's got great chemistry. The thing about Kirk is he just needs to get out of Jacksonville. And no offense, Steffi Graf, a.k.a. Trevor Lawrence, didn't do any favors this year. Lawrence regressed as a quarterback. You're a Clemson guy. You know that there's a real problem with Trevor Lawrence. Like
Hey, their new 32-year-old GM and head coach, so they might. I like the young bucks. I like when teams do that. I know
I agree.
They're too young to do the job. Their GM's only 36. No. How could he be a GM?
You don't want to reach. Look at the Giants and their retreads. They suck.
Did you see the Rams, Cam, when they hired a 40-year-old Les Snead and then a 32-year-old McVay, and they end up winning a Super Bowl? Sometimes the young bloods know what they're doing.
No, they do. I agree with you. I think you need some old guys for experience, but you need young guys to. The
assistant GM, if he's a 60-year-old guy, sure.
Also, hire a successful old guy, not like one of the old guys that we'll bring him back. He's part of the poker game, Jerry. It's like, but he loses everywhere he goes. No, he knows football. It's amazing. Like the NHL too, their allegiance to losers, like it's unreal to me.
Recycle.
Recycling plan.
All right, let's move on. The Arnold Palmer Invitational this weekend, Cam. One of the best tournaments in the year, in my opinion.
It sure is.
A lot of people don't like it, but I love the Arnold.
Don't like it. A lot of people. Who are these people? And obviously, you don't love golf. Having a winning score at like 8 to 10 under instead of minus 32 is a good thing for golf.
Yeah, Cam, nothing I hate more than seeing anything over minus 20 in a winner. I'm just like,
I agree. I actually prefer 16's a number for me. 4
Cam,
under around.
US Open. I love when there's 3 guys under par in the whole tournament on the US Open.
It's my favorite tournament. It's like I love the Masters for its pageantry. But I always love the U.S. Open for being par is good golf. You have to play within your brain. You have to do, and the thing is, that's a real test of golf. You grind out pars.
There's got to be like, you know what? 17 pars is good for me today. Just get 1 birdie. Whereas the Masters, it's like, oh, I'm going to go 11 under today.
I know.
Like, no, I don't like that. I don't like
in the British Open when the winds aren't rolling in Scotland and stuff. It's honestly like a pitch and putt, and it's
like, but when this guy went 18 under today.
When it's raining and cold, it's fun too. Like that's the whole thing. Like the thing about golf is these players got to get thicker skin. They don't want to be embarrassed. Like,
I love when they're like, "This U.S. Open's too
I
hard.
know.
It's not real golf."
Oh, bring out they're washed. Shut up. Just you know what? Play better. Like you're making tons of money. Oh God, I'm with you, Drew. Like you're the best in the world. Show us you're the best in the world. Like do it. Like,
all right, Cam. Here's my picks on Arnold Palmer. I know you have a lot. I have a 3-pack for the viewers. First one, Ben Griffin, back-to-back T4 finishes. And now it's time to carry this momentum in there, Cam. T14 at the event in 2023. I like him, 80-1. My next one, Billy Horschel, your boy, 100-1.
I love it, Drew.
Cam, top T9 at Pebble, T21 at the American Express, playing at his home course where he was T2 in 2022. Cam, 100-1, can't deny it. And then my number one, my high pick, Justin Thomas at 28-1. I just feel like he's been rolling his putting, his flat sticks and working this year, Cam. I think it's his time to finally win this thing. JT.
I have a 6-pack for you, and one of your players is in it. So, guys, if you want to sprinkle a few bucks, that's the thing about golf. Drew's doing it right. 3 picks is probably good, but I do a golf show like later on today, and I'm taking Patrick Cantlay to win at 25.
You like slow play Cantlay?
I don't really like him. I like him this week. This course is perfect.
I hate him. I'll never bet him because I hate him.
He actually drips like frustration. Like when I see him like with that Goldman Sachs hat.
I can't watch him, Cam. No, if I'm just like, this guy needs to hurry the hell up. I'm getting so frustrated.
Dude, he almost won the Masters when I had him at 121. He put one in the water. Like my girlfriend, I hate Patrick Cantlay. I'm like, you have no idea. Anyway, I'm taking him this week. Hideki loves this tournament, 28. The Irish Bear, Shane Lowry at 40. Ben Griffin. I got 75. Hey, Drew. One for the good guys with the Griff dog. Ryan Fitzpatrick. He'll break your heart, but at 90-1, a great pick. You know what Ryan Fitzpatrick's good at? U.S. Opens and tough courses where -8 instead of -32 will work. And Drew, we're due for this. It's been a while. We're both under stress. Ryan Ginger, 95-1 with Aaron Rye. And I also have Justin Thomas for top 10, 2-1, plus 200.
What do you think of Akshay Bhatia at 80-1?
Actually, I have him for a top 20 at plus 210.
Okay, I saw him at 80-1, and I was like, this guy can win tournaments. Like,
actually, got a lot of people I respect are on him this week. I'm just going in a different direction. For top 10s, I have Aberg plus 120, Thomas plus 200, 20s, Wyndham Clark plus 130, Daniel Berger playing hot plus 135, Sepp Straka, T11 last week plus 135, and the little lefty that could, Brian Harman, plus 190. First round leader, give me Aberg at 22-1. Let's rock.
Harman's so little. That's my only issue. Like
it's not the court. Don't think about Harman is. He keeps it in play, Drew. And
yeah, but he's not a long hitter.
No, but as I said before, guys who play well at this course are kind of plotters. The thing about Thomas is he's good because he can hit it long and he does a lot of good things.
Sounds like you're trying to sell the viewers on Mr. Tommy Fleetwood with the way you're talking about this course.
You know what? It was actually funny. I couldn't bet, like, for my show, I give out 6, and it was a real battle between Lowry and Thomas. Because Lowry was 38 and Thomas was, Fleetwood. A lot of people like Fleetwood. Well, you know what? Fleetwood's a great top 20 pick this week in top 10. Guaranteed.
Yeah, Fleetwood's the king of like, oh wow, he's right there at the end. Oh, he finishes third. Oh, he's right there. Oh, he finishes fourth.
Yeah, well, he almost won the Canadian, if not for Nick the Dentist Taylor with his 90-foot putts.
Yeah, hell yeah, baby. All right, that does it for the Arnold Palmer picks, Cam.
Good, Drew. I really liked your pick there. I can't believe we both go Griffin.
Yeah, I'd be pumped.
He almost won last week, dude. He almost won last week. I had him. Trust me. I'm betting him again.
Questions for Cam. First one from Mikey. How did your procedure go? Can you tell us about it? You already did. So
I did. Yeah. Anyway, I'm alive. Next.
Next one from Cliff. With football done, I need something to get into. I don't like golf, hockey, or basketball.
Oh.
What can I bet on, Cam, that you like as well?
Okay, Cliff. I'm going to have to give you a DM or whatever. Australian horse racing is something that really fills the gap at 2:00 in the morning. What else? That's the best. I don't like hockey. What else don't you like, Cliff?
I don't like golf, hockey, or basketball, but he needs.
How about college baseball? Can I sell you on some college baseball? Cliffy, do you like soccer? There's afternoon soccer today. Champions League?
Ooh.
No?
There you go. Give him a chance.
I don't know. Drew, get back to Cliff and say, what sports do you like? And then we can narrow it down after that.
Fair. I will say, what's your favorite like go-to soccer bet? I don't like betting on soccer too much.
Taking the Asian handicap, like the plus half. So if they end up tied, I win.
Fair. Or the
it happened
under 2.5 goals always hits. So
except for in the Arsenal game, they beat the PS 7-1. It's like, okay,
that was crazy. Okay, last one from Stony Grimy. What's Cam gonna do if Rodgers becomes a Seahawk when they move on from Geno? Would you change your opinion on him?
No, I wouldn't.
You'd still hate him if he was a Seahawk?
I wouldn't hate him.
I feel like you'd go heel. You'd turn coat and be a Rodgers lover.
I'm never going to be a lover, but I hope that he does well. But the problem is that would be the dumbest. Like, why would the Seahawks go after Aaron Rodgers? Actually, you know what? I never even thought about that. Like, what do you think? No, doesn't work.
If they moved on from Geno?
Drew, how many years does he have left?
Okay, how many years does Geno have left of being a legit starter? It's the same issue. You're not winning a Super Bowl with Geno Smith.
You're not winning a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers either.
You might.
Not at Seattle. They're not, dude. Their offensive line. What's their weakness? He has to go to a team that can protect him.
Yeah. So you trade Geno for an O lineman, and then you bring Rodgers in, and then all of a sudden Jackson Smith and Jigba and Metcalf looks like a great duo. And
Metcalf's leaving.
Stays.
Didn't you just hear me?
Maybe
earlier?
he stays if you bring in Aaron Rodgers.
I don't think so, but
I don't know. Maybe he brings in Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers to
anyway, to answer your question, what's his name? Stony
Grimy.
Oh, Stony Grimy. Interesting. Grimy. Remember the Simpsons? Hey, Grimy. Yeah, Fred Grimes. I will cheer for Rodgers, but don't think he moves the needle. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't hate him. I just don't like the fact that he has to be player coach. And
you don't like that he passes the buck and never takes blame for anything.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's. And did you not feel the same way, Drew?
Oh, 100%. That's
like when you're player coach of a team.
Like, this guy ran the wrong route. This guy wasn't open. My
O-line didn't block me. He blamed those Green Bay young receivers. They seem to be doing a hell of a lot better without him because he's not yelling at them all the time or saying I'm disappointed or have that look. Oh, he wasn't open.
Low-key Metcalf to the Packers is alive and well, and they could use an elite alpha like that. And
that's interesting.
Jordan Love gets Metcalf with those guys.
I'll tell you one thing though. LaFleur would be in Metcalf's head saying, "Dude, you're a Packer. Like you can't be doing like just." But
Jordan Love loves just chucking into triple coverage.
I know he does.
Love it. He's like, yeah, you threw it at me. Just like
you're right, Drew. You're right.
All right, NHL picks for tonight. We'll quickly get into these before we head out of here. Cam, here's my 3-pack for tonight. Let me know what you think of this. I love the Rangers plus 100 tonight.
So do I.
Capitals. Winners of 4 of the last 5 haven't been scored on in 2 straight games. My next one, Maple Leafs plus 130 in Vegas.
I love you.
The Leafs are 8-4-1 all time in Vegas. Have to remember it's one of the few times Vegas does not have home ice advantage because Toronto fans love traveling to Vegas for this game.
When Toronto wins, it's good for you, right, yes. Drew? And Stu.
And then my other one, Ducks Canucks over 5.5 goals. The last 5 Ducks games, Cam, 9 goals, 5 goals, 7 goals, 8 goals, 9 goals. 5.5 too low. This number should be 6.5, 7.5.
Dude,
I love the over 5.5 tonight in Ducks Canucks.
I love your picks, by the way. Honestly, Drew, I already have a few in. I'm going to give you my picks right now. I like the Leafs as a dog, just like you. I love the Rangers. Mm-hmm. What was the other game that I was looking at? Actually, you know what? Anaheim plus 1.5 might be worth a look. Vancouver, Anaheim.
The Ducks are rolling.
Did you see what they did to Edmonton?
Shit on the Oilers.
I don't want to be mean, but Calvin Pickard, I've seen better men's league goalies in that performance. It was actually hard to watch. The Oilers
need a goalie or they're not going anywhere.
I know that. I told you, I have picks in the West. It's either Dallas or Colorado for me if I'm looking for any type of.
I think Vegas could surprise too with they got their healthy guys back or their injured guys back.
Yeah,
surprise! Vegas with some injured players,
and everyone laughs. And I know the Leafs have never done it. And people are on Twitter. Oh, Cam, the Leafs are. Oh, you know what? Tell me. Okay, then tell me who in the East is Okay, so Cam, really? You tell me.
So when I heard Tkachuk was out LTIR and that he should return for the playoffs, I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
So I think the Leafs are the favorites in the East now. I got two futures: Leafs Golden Knights Stanley Cup Final, 50-1. Leafs Avalanche Stanley Cup Final, 55-1. Both
you know what?
Been bet by me.
I have a Leafs Avalanche. You know what? I have. You know what, Drew? This sounds insane. I have the exact same bet. I have Leafs Stars, Leafs Avalanche.
Yeah. And we'll get a Leafs Vegas one because 50-1. I think Leafs. Vegas.
I don't want to take Vegas. I'm not a fan of that team. But what was the other game on the board tonight? I have it in my thing. It's not loading right now. I have Leafs as a dog. What's the other game? Give me the schedule.
I'm bringing it up right now.
Leafs plays tonight. Know what? Chicago might be a live dog. Ottawa's you want to lay that kind of. Did you see the line in Buffalo, San Jose? Whoever put that line up should be fired.
San Jose was plus 250 against the Sabres, and I was like, what?
I know. And they beat the Leafs. San Jose's playing good, man. And Drew, take a look at their losses. All in the last 8 games, all by 1 goal. They haven't been blown out in forever.
Well, did you see that Bowen Byram on the Sabres after the game was like, I think we took them, didn't take them seriously because of where they are in the standings.
I'm going to tell you something,
you're
Buffalo.
The Sabres. What do you mean? You're dead last in the East. Who are you not taking seriously?
I've defended this team. Fuck Buffalo. Fuck the Sabres. Every year you're supposed to get better. I'm so sick and tired of you in Ottawa.
They're so bad. It was Buffalo Bills night last night, and there was no Buffalo Bill in the building.
That's horrible. They couldn't even grab a backup player to say, hey, everybody.
Get Fred Jackson there or something.
I told you. I went to the casino. They're wearing Eichel jerseys. I'm like, this guy spit on your town. They're like, cheap shirts. I'm like, what? Yeah. Cheap shirts.
They do not care about the Sabres anymore.
I do. You know what? And why should I care? And the funny thing is, I'm a Leafs guy. I actually, because of blessing, I love this. I always had a soft spot in my heart for the Sabres. But if they continue to fucking underachieve, they're the biggest underachievers going. It's
and
nuts,
every year, everyone's like, oh, the Sabres are on the up and up this year.
They're never on the up and up. I don't understand why books, their lines are always shit too, way out of whack. They're favored over Montreal. Montreal's playing good. Buffalo stinks. Bothers me, actually. But anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, tomorrow they're Tampa Bay's only minus 200 against the Sabres tomorrow night.
What do you think about Chicago, Ottawa over? Chicago's scoring goals.
Yeah, my issue is Ottawa is not really scoring, but
Chicago might be a live pooch.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. At home, I like the way Bedard's been playing lately. I just think the easiest total is Canucks Ducks. I think that game's got 9-6.
I agree.
Stupid shit.
So Leafs and Rangers are playing. Wow, we're reading each other's mail on the hockey board tonight.
Yeah, and the parlay Cam Leafs Rangers and the Ducks Canucks over plus 750 parlay.
Sold. It will be played.
Yes, it's already been played by me, so hopefully it's played by you as well. Well, that does it, Cam, for the Drew podcast. Any final words for this week before next week? Next week, we'll be talking about NFL free agency because it'll be the day we film. We'll talk about all the signings. It'll be talking about the NHL trade deadline, all the trades happening. Any crazy trades you want to see happen? What do you want the Leafs to get at the deadline? If you're the Leafs GM, what do you need? People saying 3C and a defenseman. What do you want? What's your wish list?
A defenseman. I think they have enough up front with their guys. I'd also like to see the Leafs start Stolars in the playoffs. I think he's much better than
he's
Wall.
For sure starting game one.
Stolars to me is really good. I think he's
the fact they signed him for 2 years, Cam, was a steal.
Stolars, the only reason there's a problem is because he's injured all the time. He's actually one of the better goalies. When he's healthy, he's amazing.
Yes.
Do you see, Drew, hockey. A lot of guys are like, Stolar. Yeah,
I will say the Leafs have a top 5 tandem in the league, and they're both paid under $3 million.
So what do the Leafs need? They need a lockdown defenseman, big time. Their goaltending's fine.
They really need a top 6 forward.
They do, and a top 6 forward. And you know what? It's now or never. The East is like,
I know. I hate this whole like, oh, we don't want to go all in. It's
you
like,
go all in. You're never. Boston is weak. They're getting killed by Nashville.
Boston's weak. Florida's the Kachuk. The number one team in the other divisions, the Capitals. Who's really scared?
They can beat Florida. They can beat Tampa now. This is the time. I'm telling you, and I know. And if they lose, I get it. Drew, I know we have to go. But you know what? I'm so used to disappointment. It doesn't fucking matter anyway. If you get knocked out, that's what's supposed. This is the year, though. You could actually do something.
We can't go all in. It's like you might lose Marner for nothing. You might lose Tavares for nothing. And they're like, oh, we don't want to trade Fraser Minton because he's our number one center.
This is their fucking window. You go for it.
You can't go into the playoffs with Holmberg as your second line.
I agree with that.
You're not winning shit.
I agree with that. I love Michael Nyes, though. Like, that guy's fucking...
Well, Matthew Nyes is sick.
Oh, sorry, Matthew. I call him Michael. Matthew Nyes, yes.
He's your top line left wing, Cam, but after that, the left wing is just terrible. And then your 3C, Max Domi can't play anymore. He's brutal. So you need to go after Brock Nelson or Scott Lawton.
I would love... No, Brock Nelson on the Leafs is a perfect fit.
Oh, it'd be beauty. Or go get Ryan O'Reilly again. They just don't want to trade their assets.
I would rather... No, Brock Nelson's the guy. And the Islanders, you can deal with Uncle Lou. Give them something. They need a lot.
He's going to say, give me a first-round pick. And the Leafs are going to say, no, that's too pricey. And then someone else is going to get him for a first, and they're going to win a cup. It's just, that's what you have to add stuff at the deadline to win a Stanley Cup.
I agree with you. And the thing is, it's never going to be, I get it. This franchise breaks people's hearts. Everyone tells me they're going to fucking gag. But you know what? They've never had a conference where you can actually do it. Like, this is the time. I've never seen an
Besides the Canadian division. They blew that. They should have easily got out of there.
You're right. There's a lot of look at the Buffalo Bills. The Leafs and Bills have a lot of they're
shots at me.
Yeah, you're taking shots at me. No, thing is, they're very similar franchises though. They never get to their potential.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I mean, at least the Bills win a couple of rounds.
Settle down there, Andy Avalanche. We'll see what happens. But yes, get Nelson and make me happy. If Nelson, that's good news. That's good news for the company. That's
you roll the pass with Matthews, Tavares, Nelson as your 1, 2, 3.
Oh, let's rock.
Yeah, exactly. All right, that does it. Please click like. Please click subscribe. Please rate and review on all audio platforms. Let us know in the comments below. Questions for Cam. What your favorite picks are tonight. What you think is going to happen in the NHL trade deadline. Where do you think these NFL free agents end up? And we will see you next week.
This has been Drew and Stu. Follow Drew at Producer Drew and Cam at Cam Stewart Live.